Luvfitall, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm not set up yet. I'm sure you don't want to look at this in the background or this. Musical chairs. So what's up, y'all? I just thought I would come on here and disclose some information that I kind of feel is important. Other people may not. It's always good to share information, share knowledge, fun, joy, and life-changing things that have just turned you into a happier, healthier, whole human being, or being, because there's a lot of unhumans out there. I might be one of them. So, basically, this is just going to be a video of me sharing some life-changing things that I have watched or read that has really made an impression on my life and the reason that I am the way that I am. I mean, there's a lot of things that have made up this fanatical shit show of what is, but with the help of some things that have actually really helped me become a better person, be more healthier, happier, whole, natural, stuff like that. These are some of the things that I'm going to share with you, is basically what I'm saying. Let's dive into it, shall we? I'm sorry if the lighting is all kinds of gray. You know, Mother Nature, we just are just gonna deal with whatever she gives us. And if it is shades in the face, or, I mean, it's nice and beautiful out here, so I'll take it. And I'm sorry if, I'm sorry, okay? One of the first things that I want to share with you, and if you can tell, I really love this book, and I took the case off of it. It's very dirty, it's very old, but it is Dr. Laura Schlesinger. If you do not know who she is, wait for the car to go by. Did I mention I'm a happier human being? If you do not know or have never heard of Dr. Laura Schlesinger, that's the name right there. That's the book right there. I'm telling you, this baby is life-changing. This is called Stop Whining and Start Living. First of all, I mean, it's in the title, Stop Whining, Start Living. If you are somebody that feels like you're always in a slump, always in a negative, I need to reread this book, to be honest. I haven't read it in a long time. Here and there I go back, you know, and see a couple of chapters and such, but I really need to like full throttle read the entire book again, just because it really does help to center your mentality and get you back in check, so to speak. As in, you know, a lot of us go through life, and do you ever like witness conversations? Let's say that you're in a good mood or you're in a good place in your life and you hear others talking and their chats are more so whose problem is more worse than each other, and it just becomes this competitive little, well, I'm worse because I have to deal with this and I have to deal with this, and it's kind of silly looking at it from another perspective. It's just kind of sad. And I understand that there is a certain amount of whining that is healthy for us to do, because it helps us connect with other people, that we're not alone, that they're in the same boat in this world of life's crazy situations, issues, and instances that happen that we cannot control. And so whining to other people or sharing our problems with others actually does help us grow as a person in general and as a whole in society. But we sometimes forget to get out of that whining zone and just continue the whining cycle, and then like 50 years later look back and think of how good we had it when we were whining, when it wasn't even that bad. And as I read you a little piece from her book, folks, listen up, be happy, stop looking for the dark cloud. I think we'll all live longer and definitely make those around us happier too. And as Jack, a pilot from the Air Force and major airline, wrote, if the grass is greener on the other side, water your own damn lawn. Dr. Laura is definitely one of strong character, and she is definitely one of those of a stop whining mentality, and that's what I love about her. Not only in this book, but another life-changing thing I will share with you is her program. It comes on Sirius XM on channel 111. I'm sorry, these birds are yelling at me. Hey! I'm about to start whining about the birds now because they are really annoying me. I can't think with chirps. Can you? Don't pay attention to that. So another life, by the way, she's a doctor. Did I mention that? She's a psychologist. therapist, I don't know what she is, counselor, something. She's everything that is good in the world. She has a program on Sirius XM. It's channel 111 from, I think, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I don't know what time areas. In my time, it's Central Eastern time. I don't know. Google it and see in your area when she comes on, because you need to get with the program. Get with her program. I'm going to warn you, she's not like a lot of these therapists and counselors that are accepting of whimful behavior. And what I mean by that is she will not let you get by with playing the victim card. She definitely wants to point out where you were in the wrong and where you need to own and accept your responsibility. She's a very direct person that will tell you without sugarcoating anything and giving you a logical, factual way of how you can make things better, if there is a way. Well, this was silly to do. I'm not sure where your brain was at when you thought that this was okay, but now we're here. Either we can fix the problem by doing A, B, or C, or this may or may not be fixable type of a thing. I mean, she's kind of hard on her clients. I think she does that for the younger generation to learn ahead of time that, you know, a lot of things aren't fixable. And if you repeatedly make certain mistakes, you can maybe try to make it a little bit better, but you can't get it back to the way things used to be, yada yada. Just listen to her program. I've been listening to her program for many, many years, and I promise you it will get your mentality into this is what has to be done mode, rather than, oh my gosh, I have to deal with this. She's very old school too, and that's what I love about her, which, this is another book that I read, and it's The Proper Care and Feeding of Husbands by Miss Dr. Laura. And this was life-changing for me, because in this new world of women being empowered and feminista mode, which she says best in this paragraph alone, how women want to be in love, get married, and live happily ever after, yet disrespect for men and disregard for their values, feelings, and needs of husbands has become the standard for male-female relations in America, often creating struggle and strife in what could be a beautiful relationship. Her book really does help with keeping that womanly role to take care of your man and understand your man and treat him with respect. And you know, no matter how close women and men kind of come together in their power per se in this day and age, you know, we are still different human beings, obviously, but we also, our thought process is a whole lot different, and we will never ever ever be equal. So really understanding your man, and that a man doesn't have feelings for the most part, and his feelings are shown in a whole different way than what us whiny little women show. I don't know how to explain it other than it's a really good book. It really helps to understand my man and connect with him on a whole nother level and treat him the way he would want to be treated, in the sense of being his woman. And he wouldn't tell you that himself, because to be honest, I haven't read this in a long time and I need to freshen up on it. So I may just be reopening this book up soon, because I haven't been too good of a girlfriend lately, I must admit. Now let's get into documentaries, because I'm a nerd, I must admit. I enjoy watching and learning things. First thing on the list is Blackfish. If you've never seen Blackfish, it is basically just exposing SeaWorld and discloses how animals are treated in the animal entertainment world, just for the sole purpose of us to be entertained. I highly suggest you watch it. I can never look at SeaWorld the same. I can never look at places that have animals just kept up in a cage the same. And I don't know, just keep that movie in mind. Another documentary, and this is something that I watched a while ago. This was back whenever I first started becoming vegan. One of the speeches that I heard is from Gary Yourofsky, and it's titled "The Best Speech I've Ever Heard." I will link the video below. This guy is cool on a whole cool level. I just like his vibes, his teaching. It's not one of these professors that's just standing there, now this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do. He's not one of these weird professors that it's mundane and boring to listen to. He really does capture the audience and their attention, and he really does point out exactly the cons to eating meat. Now, I'm not here to persuade you either way. I'm not that much of an advocate that I'm trying to force anybody to eat what they don't want to eat, but he does it in a way that it just leaves you thinking, like, why and how society got to where it is now. But it's definitely a speech that was eye-opening, and it's just something that was life-changing, and I will never be the same knowing everything that I learned in his speech that I know now. Like forks over knives, earthlings, dairy is scary. A lot of these documentaries are, you know, semi the same, but they also have different evidential background. And I mean, they're all pushing the vegan message, yes, but after watching those, I just don't see how people cannot make the connection into how being vegan, or at least eating more plants and less animals. Hey, I understand for a lot of people it is super hard to quit cold turkey and just go vegan and not eat meat, but at least being like vegetarian and or pescatarian, or at least eliminating most meats as possible and eating more plants, with all the documentaries, all the evidence that a lot of doctors, not just people on YouTube trying to promote being veganism, a lot of doctors with actual evidence and studies that prove that eating more plants is so beneficial for your body. I just can never, even if I did maybe later on in life, because I don't know what the future holds, but become a, not meat eater, I don't know, a vegetarian. Well, even then I couldn't become a vegetarian, definitely not a meat eater, but let's say later if I decided to eat fish again. I'm not opposed to eating fish. I mean, I think fish can kind of be disgusting. Sometimes I can gross myself out on it, but I will never, ever, ever eat meat or dairy just for the sole purpose of these documentaries. It was that life-changing, and it struck that much of a chord in my heart and my mind. And finally, I'm going to end this with another, it's a vegan channel. They're not there anymore. I think they ventured out to something else, but it's a long time ago, a little experiment that Banana TV did, and it's called the Salt Experiment. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I really would like for you to check it out, but it's one particular vegan was not a salt eater whatsoever, and so she added like the recommended dosage that doctors are saying that is okay to eat for us humans of, I think it was like 250 milligrams, wait, 2,500 milligrams a day. She did that into her diet, changed nothing else in her diet other than adding salt. It was crazy to see her 7-day experiment. She literally gained like an entire tire almost around her belly. She got so lethargic. She was ill pretty much, and it was, neighbors are going crazy now. But good thing I'm almost done. But it was just so interesting to see not only body ways of just sodium alone, how it can make you puff up and literally gain weight, retaining all that water, and also just the way her body felt, and everything about her just totally changed, even bags underneath her eyes, and it was interesting to watch, to say the least. It's definitely worth watching. And as you can tell, there's a lot of people fighting in the background. I think these kids are fighting over who is going to get the ball. But at least we're done. I really hope you did something great for your body today. And I really, really hope you, at least, if you are searching for something in your life to change you for the better, not only health-wise, mentally-wise, and or just to feel like you have more of a purpose on this earth and feel like you are helping the earth and society in a way beyond fathomable. That sounds very, but you know, little things that make a difference, make a difference. And I'm gonna kind of touch on vegan here a little bit, or even vegetarian, or even just eating more plants and less animals, or even just treating your man a little bit better, or not whining as much and or feeling depressed all the time and pitying yourself. I would highly suggest any one of these things that I've mentioned. Have an open mind, open heart, and yeah, that's all. Talk to you later.